o'clock, Sportsnet Chicago presents the Illinois High School Association Boys Tennis Championships. We'll have the singles followed by the doubles here at IHSA High School in Arlington Heights. And hello, everybody, and welcome to the Northwest Suburbs. Along with Corky Layton, I'm Mike Lederman. Beautiful conditions here for the boys' 1999 state championships. Unusually good. It's been so warm. Actually, it's been hot. Does conditioning affect? Will conditioning be affected by this heat?
I think we're going to see the best conditioned players in this finals, and we'll see in the final whether or not that has an effect.
Well, we're going to have the singles for you, followed by the double. A long afternoon of tennis. We hope you enjoy it. The singles pits a couple of players who should be here, and they are. Tom Hannes of Palatine, number 1-2 seed. He almost made it last year, cramped up. This year, he is very, very healthy and in the finals.
Much healthier this year. Look for Hannes to be the more deliberate of the two players, but they're both going to play really aggressive right from the first serve.
Let's take a look at the road to the finals for Palatine sophomore Tom Hannes. He had a pretty easy road, but he had a scare there in round number 4, prevailing 8-6 in the second set tiebreaker. His opponent, Connor Murnion from Loyola Academy in Wilmette, also a sophomore, played with Hannes a few times. Murnion's a story because he really came out of nowhere after a freshman year that really didn't see him get very far in this tournament.
Well, Murnion's a great athlete. He is very quick. He's very aggressive, has a nice underspin backhand that's going to get him to the net, and he is quick at the net. Incredible volley.
Going to see some power tennis today from both these athletes. We'll show you Connor Murnion's route to the finals. And again, he defeated just about everyone in 2 sets. Second round was a 3-setter, but he finished with a semifinal win over Jeremy Edelson of Dunbrook North, 2-4. So the players are on the court, just about ready to start. We'll be back with all the activity here at IHSA High School. Stay with us on Fox Sportsnet Chicago. Well, there's the scene. It is all right to wear sunscreen. Actually, it's probably advisable on a day like this. Temperatures in the high 80s. They really start to serve with Murnion in the far court.
Yeah, it's a big serve by Murnion. Pushed Hannes back. He tried to come into the net on that short ball, but dumped it in the net.
There are the weather conditions. Beautiful. High 80s, low humidity. And, there is a wind that may be significant. 15 knots.
And Murnion's got a big serve here. He's going to try to take advantage of that. Looking at a second one now, though. Big volley there.
30 long.
Well, right away we see Hannes moving to net whenever he can. It's a good look at Connor Murnion. Shade over 6'2" and still growing.
Indication of how big that serve is. That let Gordon went halfway back to the baseline.
Some second serve,
yeah,
too.
Big second serve. Hannes with the forehand down the line, but in the net.
Both players are sophomores. 40 love. What a cross-court forehand by Hannes.
Yeah, Hannes has a lot of power on that forehand. He really stepped into that one, caught Murnion off balance. Couldn't get over there in time to chop it back.
(40-15).
First serve.
Chair umpire is Ken Smith, former athletic director and coach at St. Charles High School.
Murnion went with a kick serve on that first one because he tied up Hannes on the second serve the last time. Now he goes for the corner but misses.
First double fault.
That was a let. Second serve there. Hannes on that serve, missed it down the line.
So the first game on serve goes to Murnion. He leads 1-love, first set. There at the the team standings, remember this is a team sport. The duel is between Glenbrook North and New Trier. New Trier trying to win the 4th in a row. Glenbrook North has the lead right now, and they haven't won in quite some time. This is Hannes to serve. Love 1.
Hannes serving and volleying on that first point, a little uncharacteristic, but he did it really well. Nice first volley. Murnaghan missed the passing shot down the line.
Hannes also very powerfully built. As you look at Murnaghan, Hannes is 6-footer.
Another nice volley from Hannes. Murnaghan couldn't get the ball up in the air.
Well, he told us he was going to play aggressively. He doesn't mind making guys work and sweat in a day like this, but he said he was going to take that whenever he could.
Look at that volley. Stretches out, good power, nice and low. Little slice.
Back live now for second serve at 30 love.
Hannes selects to stay back and rally it out and hits that one wide.
You hear the wind in the microphones. It swirls around the building that you see behind Tom Hannes. Here at IHSA. Another let. And it creates some interesting effects, especially on moon balls. Doesn't look like we'll be seeing too many of them, at least not right away. Second serve coming for Tom Hannes.
Murnaghan staying on his toes, ready to attack this second serve. Just missed that one wide. Stepped into it, but just missed it wide. Murnaghan looking really strong.
40-15. And both players serving decently early. See a much flatter serve normally from Hannes.
Going for a big one there. Barely caught the top of the net. Really good depth. Nice spin on that serve from Hannes. And
Tom Hannes holds his first serve, so now we will see Murnaghan again. As a sun-drenched crowd of spectators looks on. Sun-drenched. I don't know, it could be sun-saturated by
sun broiled.
Yeah.
Double fault.
115.
Big serve.
First one for Murnaghan.
Going for the lines, though. I think both players understand that they really have to keep the other one back. Lots of pressure here, trying to force the issue all the time. On this great deep return there, put the pressure on Murnaghan right away. Try to get back in the point over top that forehand in the net.
So the first mini crisis of the match looms, if you will. Murnaghan down love 30. And missed that serve by a zip code.
Oh, another deep return by Hannes, but he missed the volley. Came off his feet that time. Just hit it.
Well, early returns on this one indicates whoever's going to be more aggressive is going to be the one who's going to take it, because both players seem to be very, very physical in their play, and whoever can dominate the other one physically, I don't think anybody's going to out-cute the other guy.
No, this isn't going to be a touch match. This isn't going to be 100 strokes at the baseline.
And a double break point coming up here for Tom Hannes.
And there's another advantage of keeping the pressure on. When you put pressure on a player, he's going to try to hit a better shot sooner in the point and probably lead to a few more errors. So not only are they going to get a chance to attack and end points early, they're hoping they can force the other opponent. force their opponent into an error situation like that one.
Wow, what a forehand by Hannes for the break.
Yeah, short second serve by Murnion, and Hannes was all over that with his forehand, just drilled it into the corner.
So the first service break of the match, and Hannes gets it. He leads it 2-1. And you look at Hannes' situation from a year ago. We alluded to it in the opening, where he was cruising through the draw till the round of 16, where he was leading Tom Marhofer and then severely dehydrated, cramped up, and could not continue the match. He was leading it, I believe, 2-0, or almost. He was leading. He won the first set, leading the second set. Could not continue, and he had to even default the back draw. So that gave you an idea of how serious it was. But he has vowed that's not going to be a problem this year.
He's worked very hard on his conditioning. He started in September, and he's worked all the way through the winter and the spring season, 2-3 days a week, to make sure that he's fit. Working with
he took a math teacher under his wing, a guy by the name of Leighton. I'll give you the plug. This is Josh Leighton's, Corky's son. Are there more Leightons in tennis than there are McCaskies in football? I want to know, because your dad Art is working the lines here. We'll show you Art. He's down on the near side left over here on the ad court. So Josh worked with Tom Hannes to, I guess they're both physically fit. So Tom will serve now at 2-1.
Okay, another serve and volley point by Hannes. Again, catching Murnion out of position.
Got to get cognitive thinking here, because Hannes is just overwhelming at this point. Every first serve is coming in.
Second serve. Oh, 15 on.
All right, well, there Murnion created an error situation, attempted faked an attack on that return of serve, and Hannes overhit his forehand long. But they're both jumping on every opportunity. That serve was a little short.
They know each other's games, which is probably why Murnion's a little bit surprised right now at the aggressiveness of Hannes.
Right, he hasn't seen this version of Hannes. Very few people in this tournament have. He's been content to play a lot of points from the baseline so far. Murnion nets another forehand. Big shot going behind Hannes, but in the net.
Both these players undefeated this high school season. And ranked just behind each other in the 16s. 2 and 3, Hannes and Murnion. Not the lob he wanted to hit.
Yeah. Not something he's done so far, and that one was a little short. Hannes jumped all over it. Murnion paid the price. Hannes quick at the net here. Ball goes up, good reaction. Up off the ground, snap, over.
Game point here.
Big
And
serve from Hannes to end it.
service winner from Hannes. He leads it 3-1.
Murnion barely got his racket on that one.
First set. And it has been all Tom Hannes. And yes, we know how it's spelled. It's pronounced Murnion. Mom Hannah and Dad Kevin made sure we understood
A little long with that backhand. Nice deep serve by Murnion, but didn't get over that backhand quite far enough. The thing sailed out. There's a nice serve and volley point by Murnion. Crisp forehand volley there to end it.
15 on.
Pulled Hannes wide on the return and then just hit to the open court.
And we're at 15 all. That's the kind of game that Murnion's going to play. He is, Corky, quicker than Hannes. Hasn't shown it so far. It's early.
He's been missing more than he's used to missing, and
Yeah.
I think he a little slow getting to the ball. Sidetracked mentally right now.
Trails a break.
And there's a double fault.
Number 2.
Well, he's got to get some momentum going in the other direction if he wants to win this match. I know he's going to have to play aggressive and use his quickness to take Hannes out of these points, but he can't afford a double fault. Oh, that was in. Caught the corner dead. Murnion thought it was going out.
Wow. See
Nice.
if we get a shot of that. Let's take a look. Watch that.
Nice low return from Hannes. Murnion picks it up and then just rip city right here. Lets it go, but it's in. Great passing shot. Okay, and Hannes just netted that return.
Back live, we're now at 30-40. Still the break point for Hannes. Wind picking up, you hear it.
Good anticipation by Murnion there. Nice backhand volley.
Well, he gave Hannes one more chance than he should have. But
Right. Got that ball up a little high, but Hannes couldn't bring it down, so
put away the
paid the
backhand
price.
volley.
Here's that backhand volley. And then right here, nice angle. Low ball skidding off the court.
So Murnion has fought off 2 breakers here. We're at deuce, 40 all. And holding here would be a big confidence plus for him. Sun directly overhead. And Murnion coming to the net. Hannes netting the backhand.
Well, trying to keep it down low enough that Murnion doesn't get a good look at the volley, but not quite high enough to get over that net.
Advantage for Murnion. And a nice comeback by the sophomore from Loyola.
Nice deep kick serve there. Pulled Hannes off the court. Set it up for that winning volley.
So games are now 3-2. Hannes to serve with the break. The broadcast rights for the Illinois High School Association Boys Tennis Championships have been granted to Fox Sportsnet Chicago and Intersport Television by the IHSA, and the unauthorized reproduction or rebroadcast of this event is prohibited. Let's replay the game point again as Murnion fought off 2 breakers to get to add to this point.
Big kick serve there, sets up a forehand volley. Hannes going for the passing shot behind him and in the net.
Well, Connor Murnion, I think, had a bit of a revelation in that game, falling behind and then rallying. Say, yeah, maybe.
Well, he started playing more aggressive. He stopped worrying about the fact that he might make a few mistakes. Played aggressive, played his game, came to the net, hit some good serves. I think his confidence level's right back up there where it has to be if he wants to stay in this match, wants to win it. Of course, Hannes is not going to make it easy for him.
Both these players very well conditioned. This will be their 7th match over a 3-day period, again, in 80-degree plus heat. But they're kids. They're 16, Court.
This is tough. They got to stay tough.
I'm talking to Tom Hannes. He said, I love this. I just want to make my opponent suffer.
That's right. He's in great shape. Oh, there's a nice low return. A nice low volley. Just picked that one up off the court, but nothing on it.
One shot better than the other.
Drop half volley. Hannes is in there, getting down really low for that one. Just barely picks it up. And the thing just dies on the court. Big serve by Hannes. Murnion backhand in the net.
And we're at 30 love. a get by both players.
Great point. Moving each other all over the court. Great get by Murnion on the lob.
Just hit that overhead with the sun right in his eyes.
Right, that's a tough shot. Here we go. Murnion chopping that lob up in the air. Hannes back. Murnion scrambling to the other side. Just can't quite get there in time. Big overhead.
40 love. Well, he's just wheeling back on that serve.
Yeah, they're Murnion gambling a little bit on that second serve. Return, coming in behind the return. Nice chip return. Coming in, setting up the volley, putting the pressure on Hannes. Nice deep volley. Hannes couldn't get under it in time.
Another game point upcoming here for Hannes. Call a left.
Oh, that's a big serve wide. Murnion couldn't quite get over there to get his racket on it. Big serve from Hannes.
And he goes up 4-2. First set here, best of 3.
Really extends for this one. Right at the top of the toss. Can't even see the ball on the camera.
Murnion coming back live here, and it's this one right at the edge of the service line. Too much for Hannes to handle.
Yeah, big serve. These guys are both serving big today. I think they know they have to in order to help keep the pressure on the other guy.
15.
Just barely long.
And again, double fault. Number 3 for Murnion.
Same place. If he serves well, he seems to control the game, but double faults are playing with his momentum here.
He's got to get himself in a position where he can use that superior quickness, and so far he's had problems doing that. Problems chiefly because of the serve.
Well, Hannes' service games, he's not letting Murnion in the points. And on Murnion's, he's not letting himself in.
Yeah, both serves, his and Hannes'. Flies that one long on the
Goes
three.
for too much there. Catches it a little late and sails it.
15-30.
Steps around this one, hits it inside out. Hannes back. Sets up basically the same way. Tries to rip it down the line, but mishits the ball long.
Back to live action. Again, Hannes will be looking at a second serve.
Another double fault.
15-40.
And now he has put himself in a hole, has Murnion. 4 double faults already.
Now a coach might suggest to him that he take something off that first serve and put it in play. I don't know if that's something that occurred to him, but I think if Murnion's going to get back in this match, he's going to have to put the ball in the box. That's simple. There's a nice low backhand from Hannes. Murnion chopped the volley long.
And service break number 2 for Hannes. And on the changeover, he will be in position to win the first set.
Hannes running over to the sideline, keeping himself up and going.
Coach of Loyola is Tom Fitzgerald. Loyola Academy. Of course, Connor Murnion works with Mark Bay over at the Libertyville Tennis Center up there. Our buddy Steve Weil runs that. Mark has been a prime coach of a lot of the athletes. He also works with one of the doubles teams we'll see later on, as we'll bring you the doubles championship as well. Jack Sharp, another well-known tennis hand over at Aurora, works with Tom Hannes and has for quite a while. A look at both players. And we'll tell you, the Chicago Sun-Times, the official newspaper of the IHSA State Championships. Remember to pick up your Chicago Sun-Times for complete coverage of Illinois high school sports. Well, Tom Hannes, with 2 breaks here in the first set, will serve for it. And there is Connor Murnion, sophomore from Loyola Academy, in trouble right now.
Big serve from Hannes. Mishit by Murnion. Hannes still on the attack.
Well, he's just not, as they say, taking any prisoners.
That's right.
He's going full bore.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh, my.
It's out. That was a nice volley.
I'm sorry, Kirk.
Good idea from Murnion throwing that lob in, because Hannes was down really low for that volley, but just missed long.
Dirty love.
Big serve from Hannes, just missed.
Gave that a little extra long look there. Trying to wish it in.
40 love.
Murnion sails a backhand. Not getting ready quite soon enough. That ball's getting behind him. Probably not reading the pace off Hannes's balls that well.
And we're at triple set point here for Tom Hannes.
Oh, that's a great angle on that serve.
What a kick, and right
Lineswoman calls that on. Yeah, kicked it up. He couldn't get in on it. Murnion had an idea, but that ball was just too strong. This is a big second serve.
Talk about
Good kick.
Wow.
Look at him push this thing way out off the outside edge of the line. Murnion just get caught stretched out too much and can't get anything on the return.
And very quickly, the first set is over. We're on to set number 2. Murnion serving. Still has problems with that first serve.
Murnion was sure that serve was in. I guess it
Yeah.
just didn't come down in time. A little bit of a crosswind kept it from hitting the line.
Well, these courts are known for being tricky with the wind. And as we tell you, as you join us year after year, when you play with that wall behind you, it creates a bit of a swirl effect.
Ball 30.
All right, big serve from Murnion, but overhits the forehand. One of the downsides of being so quick is that he's starting a little too late and can't get his racket around in time. Well, there's another big serve. That's right on the dead corner of the service box.
You say we tried 3 different tactics on 3 different serves. It was the soft kick serve, the softer kick serve that seemed to work down the middle.
He may have to be relying on that kick serve because the other one doesn't seem to be going in for him.
30.
Oh, there's a big serve.
Yeah.
But he mishits the forehand.
15 40.
Appears to be a touch late getting there and a little too fast on the swing. Kind of stepped into that one. He's going to take it. They right by him.
He wasn't subtle, was he?
No.
Here I come.
There I come. Coming on this one. This is no chip. Good kick, just missed wide.
And again, Hannes will get to look at a second serve here on break point.
Nice volley from Murnion. Hannes got there, just couldn't get it up in time. Going for the down the line pass, caught the top of the net. Here's a deep second serve. Hannes with the backhand low. Murnion, great placement on this volley. Hannes just can't get there in time.
So Murnion has brought it back to deuce.
Hannes got a little crossed up there, tried to run around that and hit a forehand, and before he knew it, the ball was bouncing sideways. Lucky to get his racket on it. This is a big kick. Hannes tries to get around it. Oh, no, I'm not going to.
No.
Not in time. Well, he got it up in the air. And Murnion ends it right here. Big forehand cross court.
A lot of folks hate to see those wounded ducks coming over the net because they're just...
Yeah, all that time to think about it.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Double fault.
Deuce.
Number 5. Yeah, it's hot out there.
Well, Murnion's got to solve this problem. His toss is pretty solid, pulling his head down a little quick sometimes. Looks to be pretty consistent on where he's putting the ball. He just has to keep going after it.
Second deuce here. And 1 second set. Murnion thought he caught that one right down the chute.
And it's the second one that's just missed by inches or less.
Wide.
Yeah, that's the serve he wants. Kicked that one up to Hannes, forced the high return, and then he got an easy backhand volley. Ended the point right there. That's a nice looking backhand volley. Good kick. Pinches Hannes. High return.
Boom.
Angle cross court backhand volley. Beautiful. Classic.
Looks real easy when it goes right. Game point.
Yeah, there's another big serve into the backhand. Hannes having trouble getting around that one. Pinched him.
Game Will. First game, second set.
So, Murnion holds serve. And that is first game, second set. Hannes won the first. 6-2. Here's the last point.
Hannes just couldn't get around that serve. It pinned him inside. Perfect placement. When you're playing a guy with a one-handed backhand, you want to try to hit him in the left hip.
And that's interesting. You know, Cork, we were talking about this earlier, too. The one-handed backhand that both these players have, the trend is back to the one-handers.
Well,
What's going on?
Well, we're seeing a more aggressive style of play, and that one-hander gives them a little bit more freedom on the court, the ability to attack on either side. They're not just trying to hit deep topspin from corner to corner and wear the opponent down, running them around. They're really coming in, chipping and charging, and I think it's to both of their advantages to be able to hit that backhand, both underspin and topspin. With one hand, they have the reach and they have more quickness with it.
Hannes started as a one-hander when he first picked up a racket when he was 5 or 6, changed over to the two-hander when he was about 10 or 11, and changed back after a couple of years. And the advantage again, he got more power, more reach, right? And Jack Sharp, his coach, said, hey, he's going to be a serve and volleyer. He's got to hit the backhand that way. Checking the sun. Game 2, second set. Love 1. Hannes serving after winning the first set.
Okay, Murnion taking a chance there, coming in on that second serve approach.
Got away with it.
And Hannes overhit the backhand. Worked for him a few times in the first set, just not enough. There's a first serve from Hannes behind, coming in behind it. Murnion with the backhand in the net. Short points here. But again, there's pressure here. You got to hit a really good shot on the first one, because if you don't, the other guy's got complete control of the point.
Hannes is nailing that serve within 6 inches of the service line and to the backhand corner.
Well, there's one going to the forehand. Got to keep your opponent guessing. Okay, Murnion gets to look at another second serve here. Let's see what he does.
And it is the first double for Hannes.
Well, again, there's pressure there. He knows he has to hit a good serve, because Murnion's going to attack if he doesn't. And pulled his head down a little too soon, getting ready to play.
Both these players second straight set winners in their semifinals. Hannes against Eric Kozlowski of the Lions.
Oh, that's a
Boy.
great shot.
30 all.
Vernon just let it go. He thought it was going to sail wide. Just enough spin to bring it down in time.
Sun in the eyes, not a problem.
Hannes coming in behind the serve. Doesn't hit much of a first volley, but he does get the ball deep.
Murnion took out Jeremy Edelson of Glenbrook North, also 2-4 in the semifinals. We're at 30 all.
There's a nice backhand. Oh. Oh, Hannes off his feet a little too early on that one. Slugs the ball into the side fence. He got the shot he wanted and just relaxed.
Rare miscue for him, sets up a breaker, the first one for Murnion. Called good.
That one looked a little bit, but that was just as close to the line as some of the other ones,
There
though.
you go. Watch that linesman. You better check with him.
Yeah, he's right down there. He's doing his job.
Say, Dad. Actually, he's on the baseline, so we don't want to give Art more responsibility than he needs.
Oh, Hannes caught on his heels. Nice deep return from Murnion, but Hannes still back on his heels when he hit that forehand in the net. Okay, turn comes back, and look, all of his weight's going backwards, right over the top of the ball into the bottom of the net.
I know a lot of folks recognize that form, but don't worry, it's an aberration in this case. Boy, Murnion played that so beautifully start to finish, and he gets the break.
Working each other all over the court on that one. Hannes softened up on that volley a little bit, couldn't get back in time. Murnion moving in here. Hannes barely gets his racket on the ball. Murnion in there to end it.
And so, Connor Murnion takes the lead here in set number 2, serving 2-love.
Good depth again from Murnion. Hannes wasn't under the ball again. Feet sliding away.
You feel the tempo shifting a bit?
Well, with some of the people I've talked to, they've said that Hannes has a little bit of this problem where he'll keep a focus for a while and then all of a sudden, just for a couple of games, let it drift. Did that in his semifinal match. Lost 10 points in a row to Kozlowski, turned it around, got into a deuce game, and all of a sudden the match turned sideways. Kozlowski couldn't get back into it, so it's not unusual for this to happen.
Second serve.
Oh, there's an easy volley.
15 all.
Murnion slowed up too soon. That ball dropped down. Just dumped it in the net.
$15 all. The boys singles finals, the Illinois High School Association Championship at Hersey High School. Doubles after this.
Replay point.
And
Okay, it was called out and then overruled. So we're going to replay the point.
at 15 all, first serve.
Murnion's still having problems with that first serve. And that second serve was just way too short. Hannes stepped in and just cranked another forehand. You don't want to hit it short to Hannes's forehand.
Take a look at his eyes. They're the size of the tennis balls. He sees this.
Big kick serve, but short. Murnion can't even get in. Realizes it's all over.
15-30.
Oh, that's a great volley. Murnion stretched Hannes out on that return. Here, Hannes gets stretched out, just kind of chops the return back. Murnion moves in, and what touch right here. Nice technique, moving forward, little underspin, great angle.
Or 30 all.
Oh, a little lucky there.
30-40.
Pretty short serve, but Hannes got a little lucky there. Had that ball cleared the net easily, I think Murnion would have had a volley at it. Chance at a volley. Big serve, top of the net. Oh, caught him off balance. And it's in.
It happens. It's not the kind of luck Murnion needs right now. Great ball.
Shaking his head, can't believe it. Can't buy it for a serve. Place.
Yeah.
Stretched Hannes out with that one. Got the high volley and put it away.
Set up right nicely for him here.
Here's the kick serve, pulls Hannes off. Tries it a topspin return, which sits up. Easy volley. That's why generally the coaches will tell you, you get that high kick serve to the outside, you come in and slice it down at the feet of your opponent. Keeps you from setting up that easy volley. Oh, he missed it. He was there. I just got a little lucky again. At the top of the net, ball just died. He's there.
Go.
Can't believe he missed it.
Hannes better pay homage to the net court on the next changeover. 2 breaks that way this game. Murnion better regroup here right quick. Facing a break point, already a break up.
Oh, and an easy volley in the net. Hannes got over that one. That one didn't sit up, and Murnion dumped the volley in the net.
So a break apiece, and we are back on serve. We'll take a break right here and return after a commercial break following the service break. All right, we are back on serve following the service break by Tom Hannes. And Tom in the near court will serve. On serve second set, Hannes the first set winner. Win picking up some more. Interesting to see Murnion's first serve percentage. Flying forehand again for Hannes.
Okay, just missed deep. He's hitting into the wind that time. Took a little bit of a chance, put a little bit more on it, but that one just sailed.
You see there are walls on the back wall and the right side. You should look at the shot, and that's what creates that sort of whirlpool effect. Kicks around the court. Of course, you don't have the canvas around the side so the folks can see break the wind normally. And he got the line there.
Got the line. Line judge is right there. Murnion wanted a call, but it was in there. Got to play them all. It was a nice inside-out forehand from Hannes. Catches the edge of the line.
Wide on that.
This is a very interesting match from several perspectives, but neither player has been pressed this hard by their opponent so far. And I don't think either one of them expected to have this kind of pressure off first shots. Both playing incredibly aggressive, just going for everything right away. They're going to, I guess they have to understand they're going to make some mistakes.
Down 15-30. 1-2 in games. Already has a set in hand, and he's starting to get frustrated. That's the last thing you want to do at this level.
Oh.
Well, the net court again plays a role.
Yeah, the net court gods are in Hannes's favor right now. I mean, that one just stopped, set up for his forehand, and he just ripped it by Murnion. Too bad.
Said, hit me.
That was Murnion's point right there, right up until the net court.
Now you see the first serve percentage for Murnion we were talking about, very, very low. Hannes above 50%. And the double faults, of course, is big too. Hannes only one. Murnion down for 7. How about a little net?
All right, big point there. Both players working really hard. Nice tennis. The crowd appreciates it. Hannes, and that Murnion chips allowed. Big overhead. Murnion can't quite get his racket on it. Goes short.
40-30. Hannes thought that ball was long on the serve.
Hannes thought his serve was out. Got to keep playing. Play till you hear a call.
Now we're at 40 all. Long on the forehand.
Just long from Murnion. Now he's got the wind behind him, so he's got to use a little bit of extra topspin there to keep that ball from flying long. At that speed, it's going to be tough. Backhand from Hannes a little short. Murnion steps in and just takes off on him.
Like that.
Game Palatine.
And that was very, very close too.
Yeah. But again, there's that high kick serve. Murnion tried to come over it, and the ball just sailed, got up in the wind, and just took off on him.
We're tied at 2. You don't want to make too much of the win, but there is quite a bit to discuss with it here. Again, it kicks off both the back and right sides, and it is picking up now.
Yeah, well, with both players pressing so hard to hit great shots, and the serve being such a big factor here, the wind becomes more and more of a factor. There's another double fault.
Number 8.
Well, if there's a story to this match, it's serving. Hannes, although he hasn't been serving great of late, basically is controlling this match because he's serving better than Murnion, who's really struggling. Lots of double faults and a very low first serve percentage. Hard to pin your opponent back if you miss first serves. That's 2 double faults. Again, trying to play it real close to the lines. I mean, not missing by much, but you got to put the ball in play if you want to play the point out.
We've had 4 service breaks already, 3 by Hannes. Murnion had 1 earlier in this set. Hannes came right back, so we are on serve for the moment.
Well, there was the first serve in by Murnion, but Hannes basically had to return up the middle. Murnion didn't move his feet. Got pinned on that backhand.
All right, faces a triple break point.
Well, there's a big first serve from Murnion. Caught Hannes off balance, couldn't get the forehand to come back. Okay, again, serve and volley puts a little extra pressure on Hannes going for a passing shot. Doesn't get his racket solidly on the ball. Ooh.
Game Palatine.
Well, 3 double faults that game alone.
Violation on the logo.
And they also call Murnion for a code violation where he took that ball and just slammed it over the fence.
Now, Murnion's going to have to be careful with us. Okay. Now here he just unloads on this ball, sails it over the fence. You can't see where it goes, but it cleared the fence by a good 2 or 3 feet. They called that a ball abuse code violation, which is going to cost him a point. The next one's 4 points, and then he's out of there.
Well, don't think that's going to happen, but again, a lapse there. There's no warning in this situation. You lose that point. So he will start love 15, or he will, start love 15. Hannes will start serving 15 love in this 6th game. For the most complete coverage and up-to-date information on your favorite Illinois high school team or athlete, log on to the official IHSA website. And you can find it right there at www.ihsa.org. www.ihsa.org. Scott Johnson and the gang, boy, do they do a super job. So the point penalty against Murnion will go in Hannes' favor as he serves at 15 love.
15 love.
Okay, nice serve by Hannes, but Murnion hit a great return. Hannes couldn't get under the ball, sailed it long.
And again, it's 15 all because the game started with that point penalty against Murnion.
Okay, nice inside-out forehand volley from Hannes there. Murnion couldn't get his racket on it solidly, and the ball sailed wide.
Both these players undefeated this high school season.
It was a great passing shot from Murnion. Boy, he took that ball early. All he was doing was waiting for it to bounce and then just snapped it by Hannes. No chance.
Wow, backhand, forehand combination. Beautiful. One.
Look at him step into this. Boom,
Two.
he's waiting for it and it's gone. Hannes can't get around it.
Murnion really needs a break here. Hannes once pulled a muscle seeing how hard he could serve. It was a year ago.
40, 30.
Puts that one in. Just a couple of weeks ago, he was horsing around watching wrestling. Somebody body slammed him, and he jammed his right wrist. He was in a wrap for a couple of weeks. He doesn't play with it now. There's just a regular sweatband on it, but it was giving him some problems under the freak injuries category, but they all count, unfortunately.
Kids have a lot of energy. Just make sure they don't get hurt.
Don't misplace it.
There's a nice volley. Serve and volley point from Hannes. Got the high return he was looking for and chopped that forehand volley off for a winner.
Game Palatine.
And Hannes has won 4 straight games.
Okay, jams Murnion on the return, and there's the volley away. No chance.
Well, Connor Murnion obviously here.
Big serve there from Murnion, though.
Has got to hold.
Okay, there's a first serve. He's 100% for this game.
Right. Remember, both these guys are sophomores. We could well see them the next year or two back here.
Oh, gee. Double
15
fault.
all.
Again, going for the edge of the line there. I mean, if that ball goes over by a half and clears the net by half an inch, it's going to take Hannes into the fence.
Second serve at love 15.
there's the longest baseline rally of this match so far, by far.
30-15.
And
You know, Hannes disgusted with himself as he nets that backhand to end it.
ends with a whimper. Really driving the ball, moving each other around side to side, good depth, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue,
Chomp.
chip in the middle of the net. Big serve from Murnion.
40-15.
Player asked themselves, what was I thinking? Well, the problem is just you were thinking. Just hit the ball.
Spoken like a true coach. You had some success this year at Lake Forest. This is what, year number 4 for you then?
Yeah, and going into today, we're tied third. Team's looking strong. We'll just have to see what happens as the day goes on. There's a great return from Hannes.
40-30.
Show how indispensable you are to your team. You're up here and they're out there killing themselves. I like it.
Well, luckily, head coach Robert Wagman has taken over the team today. He's got to take care of that. He's doing a great job.
Game point here for Murnion. Down 2-4.
Nice. That's a nice chip. Again, set up with that big serve. Hannes a little bit handcuffed there and didn't hit much of a return.
48-3.
Well, for the first time in 3 games, Connor Murnion holds. We see it here. And still, it will be...
Nice chip backhand. This is the way we really wanted to play this match, with Hannes at the baseline and him coming in, chipping these balls off the court.
Well, Hannes controls his own destiny here. He's got to hold his next 2 service games, and he will be the state singles champion. But stranger things have happened. Of course, they happened last year to Tom Hannes when he was in the round of 16 and was well ahead and just got hit by the dehydration and the cramping.
Well, every changeover he's taken fluids. I think he learned his lesson there, plus all the conditioning that he's worked on this year. Both players drinking their water, making sure that they're going to stay hydrated for this one, because this is a hot day. It's been a hot 3 days.
Those of you who've joined us
Time.
annually for this event know how we call it the Illinois indoor-outdoor, because it's just as likely to end up indoors because of the rain. But here at Hersey High School and Arlington Heights, it has been gorgeous.
Wonderful
Fans-
3 days.
Yep, the fans are just loving it. We're the only guys in ties. Oh, there was one kid in the back trouble. Okay.
Now, hit part of the line. Hannes thought it went out, but
Let's see if we can see it.
good job. But inside out backhand comes over the top just in time, catches a piece of the line. Oh, big serve.
15 all.
We haven't really said anything about it yet, but for the finals here, they're using single sticks, which are, you can see him on the side there. Here's Hannes coming in for his Vonic, and Murnion hits that ball in the top half inch. Without those single sticks there, that ball probably would have gone over.
Keeps that net high.
Oh, good topspin lob from Hannes. Murnion really carved that volley down. Hannes barely got under that ball, but what a great topspin lob there.
30-15.
Murnion on the attack. Beautiful. If you wanted a little more angle. Great depth, though. Here goes that. Completely out of reach.
30-15. Murnion at that point played it beautifully, but that's just a better answer.
Oh,
There's the first
big
ace.
serve. Big serve. I think Murnion swung at that one after it hit the fence.
Okay, call it the second ace.
Boom. Boom. It's right by him. Big serve from Hannes. Kind of make him feel a little bit better. I was wondering where it was. Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that great tennis?
Way to mix it up. Murnion. Hannes is at the net. Murnion's running him around at the net.
Bam.
Oh, and Hannes lost his little shock absorber there, so now he's got to put in a new racket. Maybe he broke his string.
Coming back in front of us where he's got his towel. I think it was just a little vibration absorber. Boy, you lose one of those things, that'll just throw your whole game off.
Well, usually the only way you lose it is if you hit it. Hopefully you don't hit it very often. Ooh. Murnion
Game Valentine.
trying to drill that backhand right at Hannes,
5-3.
but in the net. Okay, Hannes coming to the net. Murnion going for it all right there. Just didn't get under it enough.
And so we are at 3-5. Murnion down a set. Must hold here to prolong this match. Broken twice already this set. Twice in the first set. Gotta hold it here.
Now that one just missed again. Just in a match of inches. There's good depth on that second serve. Murnion a little bit pinned on that backhand volley, dumped it in the net. Pretty decent return from Hannes, but Murnion missed a fairly routine volley right there. He's made those all day. Oh yeah, big serve, good low return, but Murnion's there. Nice scoop, nice pickup there. Hannes couldn't get to the ball. Big serve here, low return, barely under it. Hannes, oh no, can't get up there.
Second serve coming up here. As we're at 15 all in this game. Remember, doubles coming up. Barrington against New Trier. Immediately following the singles. Again, the backhand volley lets Murnion down.
Well, Hannes was able to get over the top of that one and put it down right at Murnion's feet, and he just couldn't get it over the net.
That's now 2 points from the championship. Wham!
Oh, boy. Hannes takes a chance, and it pays off big time. Runs around that backhand to smack a forehand down the line winner.
15-4.
Big kick serve. Hannes is completely off the screen and just smacks that one by Murnion.
And we are at double championship
Look at
point.
that.
Ooh.
Unloaded. Just wide.
And there it
There it
is.
is. Great return from Hannes.
6-2, 6-3. Tom Hannes gets his due. A lot of people felt he would, if not win it, then certainly make the finals last year. Well, this year he has steamed through with a convincing championship win here over Connor Murnion.
Okay, well, Murnion struggled with his serve all day long. And here's Hannes taking a chance on the return down the line, and Murnion just can't get there in time. Unloads, a little off balance, but he made it work. Went where he wanted it to.
Yes, he's
And
got it.
He's excited. Now, there's a little bit of emotion anyhow.
And there he is. Single state championship for the Illinois High School Association 1999 season. Tom Hannes, 6-2, 6-3 winner. We'll be back. We've got doubles coming for you. Here's your new state champion in the near court, Tom Hannes of Palatine with the Pepsi shot of the match right down the line with the forehand.
Big forehand. Took a chance here, but wow, look at that power, and sets up match point.
Straight sets, 6-2, 6-3 win for Tom Hannes, the sophomore from Palatine, over Connor Murnion, another sophomore from Loyola Academy. The final statistics, and much of it was in the serve, Corky.
Yeah, the serve said a lot about this match. Hannes served well. Murnion very poorly, very poor first serve percentage, and you can't do that and win a match at this level.
Well, as we said, both are sophomores. Could be that we'll see them back here in the next year or two. Meanwhile, quite a trophy for Tom Hannes of Palatine. His dad came over from Poland. His mom did too, and they put a racket in his hand at the age of 5 for Tom, and he is now the state champion. We've got doubles coming up right here on Fox Sports Net Chicago. Stay right here. It'll be New Trier against Barrington.
The Illinois High School Association Tennis Championships continue with the boys doubles final, featuring Barrington against New Trier. And welcome once again back to Hersey High School here in Arlington Heights. Along with Corky Layton, I'm Mike Lederman. We've got a doubles final here that pits a number 1 or number 1-2 seed against the 5-8 seed. New Trier expected to be here, and they're doing well. Adam Rubenstein, Joe Smeaton, well, they expected to be on this court.
Yeah, very strong team. Smeaton is probably a little bit more aggressive, but Rubenstein is a tremendous athlete, and they're both very good players.
Well, one's a senior, one's a junior, and we'll take a look at the road to the finals. They have had an interesting one with basically straight set wins all the way through, capping the semifinal victory over Caspers and Wolf of Northbrook, 6-3 and 6-2. Their opponents, well, they got here by upsets. They knocked off one of the number 1 seeds, the other number 1 seed from Geneva, and they're the team from Barrington.
Yeah, Morgan and Madrell. Morgan is a tremendous athlete. He's going to really dominate this game. Madrell, a lefty, lots of touch, good spin serve. It's going to be an interesting match.
And we'll see how they got here. It's a tougher road. Of course, they had that upset in the quarterfinals, but before that, they had several 3-set matches. And over a day that's been so hot, and 3 days that have been so hot, maybe that'll take a little out of them, but they're certainly playing on adrenaline as well. Stick around. We'll be back. The doubleheader continues here on Fox Sports Net Chicago.
A glorious day continues. Temperatures high in the 80s. There is wind to keep the perspiration down and play havoc with some of the overheads. But here we have New Trier serving. This is Rubenstein. And right away, Morgan comes back with an answer.
Smeaton caught sleeping on that one. Ball came right to him, just dumped it in the net.
Can you say that fast 3 times?
Nope. Can't say anything fast 3 times. That's out. Well, Smeaton's ready for that one.
Madrell, the lefty, Jeff Madrell. And you're taking a look at Jeff. He is a junior. His partner, Carl Morgan's a senior. I misspoke earlier. The 2 New Trier players are underclassmen. Rubenstein is only a freshman, and Smeaton is a sophomore. So we have every grade represented here. Morgan lost that one to the fence.
Well, I don't know whether Barrington is expecting New Trier to do some poaching, but so far every return has been hit right back at Smeaton. I don't know. Maybe they know something that we don't.
Well, they probably do.
Let's hope. There's so much we don't know.
Yeah. I can speak for myself. Oh, boy, Rubenstein.
A little too much touch on that volley. Looking for the drop volley, dumped it in the net.
Wind again picking up here. 30 all.
Okay, Morgan going for the big forehand cross court that time. Sailed wide by about 1.5 feet.
Well, they're heading out to start.
Nice first volley by Rubenstein, set that up. When Madrell lifted the ball, Smeaton put it away.
New Trier first game.
And that is the first game. New Trier holds serve. We'll be back at Hersey High School right after these commercial words on Fox Sportsnet Chicago. First game, first set. New Trier, Smeaton and Rubenstein holding serve. Now we will see the Barrington team. And starting out will be the junior, Jeff Madrell, the lefty. And he will serve first.
Good thing about having a lefty and a righty on your team is to let either one of them have to look into the sun. Oh, there's that kick. Wow. At the opening, we talked about Madrell's kick serve, and there it is. There he goes, reaches back.
Big Bull couldn't handle this one.
Yeah, if there had been a side fence, it would have been over that.
Yeah.
That was huge. And they're not used to seeing a lefty serve. They're not used to seeing a lefty serve kick. Most lefties will serve spin to get the ball to the backhand. Yep. This hit returned by Smeaton. Again, it's going to take him a while to adjust to this big kick serve. The book on this is usually get in and take it as early as you can. Right now, New Trier's playing way behind the baseline.
Good points.
Well, that's a great return by Rubenstein. He really had to cover a lot of court to get it. Almost ended up on the court next to him.
Slamming it at Madrell's ankles.
Here's this big kick serve. Rubenstein way off the court. Nice solid forehand return. Low to Madrell. Can't get under that volley. Ball's rolled into the net.
Serving 30-15.
Oh, there's a nice solid return from Smeaton. He stepped into that one, took it early.
Well, I guess it didn't take him too long to figure it out.
The hardest thing is going to be this wind. If they let that ball drop, the ball's going to be by him. Here it is. Smeaton steps in and whack. It's gone.
Back to live action. First serve fault, second serve coming here with 30 all. And Rubenstein again with a powerful forehand return. Caught Madrell in mid-stride.
Yeah, well, this kick serve should give him a lot more time to get into the net, but he's not coming in very quickly. And then again, that's the reason I think he caught that. Madrell caught that return late.
So we have the first break point of the match here against Barrington.
Smeaton going down the alley. Just missed the top of the net. Now they've taken the single sticks out. Obviously, this is doubles, not singles. They don't need them anymore. But still got to make those.
Now they go to the Australian formation with server and netman on the same side. And the late
Service called out. Yeah, this Australian formation is to cut off Rubenstein's cross-court return. Throw a little another wrinkle into this. And then Madrell double faults.
He's first, so he's got an ace and a double fault this game, but
Game Nutcher. Nutcher leads 2.
well, they call game New Trier, but I believe that was a misspeak. It is ad right now.
Australian formation, you can use it. Fire.
Right.
There you go.
No confusion for Morgan.
Yeah, there's Morgan's power right there. He didn't have much of a first shot, but you can't just push that lob over his head because he's all over the court. He's quick, he's strong, and he can jump to the sky. This lob isn't very high, not much of a challenge, but he's there and he's all over it. This means you can't get a racket on it. Now there it worked. Rubenstein tried to hit his cross-court return, and Morgan just hammered it down the alley. Smeaton, no chance.
So Barrington now with a game point. Fighting off a breaker.
Nice return by Smeaton. Madrell a little long with the volley. A little too much swing on that one. Oh. Got the shot he wanted, but he dumped it in the net.
Another break point against Barrington. Long first game.
Comes that wind again. Tough to control your toss in that kind of swirling wind.
Just as quickly it dies down.
Oh! Dismissed Rubenstein.
Wow. Talk about missing by a zip code. 2 double faults from Madrell in that game and a break for New Trier, and they go up 2-love. There is Smeaton to serve with a break in hand. Joe Smeaton, sophomore. His dad played running back for Northwestern. His roommate was a kid by the name of Tallender. Rick, as in
Interesting.
Sun-Times columnist. But, Joe got his tennis from his mom, who played college tennis at LSU. Sitter for Rubenstein.
Okay, a nice kick serve from Smeaton. Threw Madrell's timing off a little bit. Watch, he's kind of going in one direction and racket goes the other way. Kind of falling away from this one. Barely gets his racket on it. Rubenstein smacks it away for the winner. All right. Morgan caught Rubenstein poaching. And Rubenstein got a little bit of a racket on it, but just shanked it into a basket under the umpire's foot. Okay, here's the move. Ball goes right by him. Just barely gets his racket on it.
15-30.
Another good serve from
Big high toss from Smeaton, too. That's, again, tough in this wind.
It's interesting that Barrington plays the formation this way with a lefty and a righty because they've got their backhands down the middle. In general, lefty and righties play together. They're going to put the forehands down the middle because they're stronger at the net. May have something to do with return of serve. Of course, Morgan can volley off either side pretty strong. I don't think that's a disadvantage to him. There's a big serve for Smeaton.
Wow. Clean ace.
As clean as they come.
All right. Game point. And game New Trier. So they lead it 3-love as they have a service break in hand. We'll be back. More fun in the sun here in Arlington Heights. Due to the length of this event, we move to further action later in the doubles final. Madrell to serve for Barrington in the Australian formation.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the answer right down the line.
Yeah, well, you set up the Australian to cut off the cross court, but you are susceptible to the down the line return. Madrell, if he wants to make that volley, is going to have to come in a lot sooner.
Rubenstein showing a lot of poise, especially for a freshman.
We've had a history of really good performances by freshmen in this event.
Yeah, think back to Danny McCain, freshman who won it a couple of years ago, won the singles. First one comes to mind.
Marhofer in doubles.
Yeah.
I mean, Marhofer from the league.
Boy, you've got a good memory. That goes back to 95.
I can't even remember 98. I don't know where that one stepped in there.
Try breakfast, yeah. Just long.
Oh, good eye by New Trier. That one was awfully close to let it go. Smeaton had a thought, but he let it fly and it went out. Big return, set it up.
15-30.
There's a big serve.
second ace for Jeff Madrell.
But that was one with power. That's the first time he's done that. Everything else has been a kick. Oh, well, Smeaton was there, Morgan was there, but the net was also there. Good return from Rubenstein to set up Smeaton for that volley. Good return right here. Nice low ball. Smeaton steps in, pops it down the middle. Morgan's there, but can't get it over the net.
The feet, the feet, the feet.
Good. Morgan caught Rubenstein moving again. If you're going to move, you should be going all the way. If you're going to fake, you got to come back and cover that out.
Smith looking to lock up the first set for New Trier.
Oh, big forehand volley from Joe Smeaton there. Well, he got the return he wanted. Good serve, sets this up. Madrell hangs it up in the air and whack, it's gone. Smeaton coming with thunder that time. Oh, I missed that one wide. Too big of a serve. Put the ball in play.
15-30.
Great reflexes by Carl Morgan. Rubenstein hit a decent volley at his feet, and he got his racket on it. Smeaton couldn't recover in time. Here it is. Great reflex. Catches Smeaton off guard. Just couldn't get his balance.
A couple of break points coming up here for Barrington. And that one's
double
a
fault.
Double fault. So, New Trier making it hard for themselves, the Trevians do, but they still have command of this first set, 5-2. Well, we're 3 weeks into the spring schedule of IHSA championships here on Fox Sports Net, so take a look at some of the events still to come. We've got both the A and AA baseball and softball in June. We'll have it all for you. Stay tuned right here. Fox Sports Net Chicago for the best IHSA action. Carl Morgan serving at 2-5 first set.
Okay, big first serve. Rubenstein can't get around when the ball sails.
Four straight service breaks. The last one against New Trier. Pretty loosely played by both Rubenstein and Smeaton. Now, can Barrington crawl back into this?
There's a nice return from Smeaton. Morgan didn't get in far enough, and that ball was right at his feet. Very tough to get under that volley.
Game's 15 all.
Morgan did a great job of putting that ball away without hitting.
Yeah.
Madrell in the back of the head. He's working hard to try to get that ball around him. Look at this. He's in there. Oh, get out of my way. Get out of my way. Oh, beautiful shot.
Yes, it's the old Australian scream. 30-15.
That's a big serve there. Hits Smeaton right in the knuckles.
Okay.
When you serve to a two-hander, you kind of aim it where his hands come together right in front of him. Makes it hard for him to get around on that ball. Oh, that's a great serve by Morgan.
Carl Morgan really rising.
Yeah. Here's the Morgan domination we were talking about earlier. This is just a big serve. Rubenstein can't get around on it. No balance there.
And now you talk about a pressure spot for a freshman. Here it is. Serving for the first set. They were at 1-5. Now they were at 3-5. 5-1. Now they're at 5-3.
Over the fence.
Oh, now they could have cleared the building.
Yeah, almost. Well, a lot more aggressive play from Dutrier right there. But Carl Morgan, I'll tell you, gets his racket on the ball, it comes back.
Back live now. Second serve coming at 15 love.
Well, had it lined up there, but he just mishit the ball, came off his frame, went outside the fence. Scratching his head, but how'd I do that? Ooh. Good recovery from both Smeaton and Rubenstein, but overhit that volley. It was going at Madrell, and Madrell ducked the ball, went long by 4 or 5 feet there. Nice ball. Oh, just long. Okay, Madrell going down the alley. Smeaton pulled away a little bit, but caught the top of the net.
There's Ron Rubenstein, Adam's dad, himself a two-sport athlete. When he went to Louisville, played some tennis, played some hoops. Set point here. And there it is, first set, 6-3. So the Trevians are halfway home. Ron Rubenstein and the gang over in Winnetaville, they're all happy for the moment. We've still got more action to come. Stay tuned. Ready, start of the second set. Jeff Madrell serving. Barrington shoots that one long.
Well, we'll see if experience in 3-set matches is going to help Morgan and Madrell from Barrington. They've had a ton of them in this tournament.
3.
Yep. And some long ones.
Madrell trailing here, 1-15.
No, good kick serve. Smeaton banged it, but it went long.
Some of the statistics from the first set. Well, unforced errors, the story there. Serving percentage pretty similar. 3 aces for Morgan and Madrell, but the double fault's about even.
No.
Just long.
A little bit of indecision there on the new Trier team's part. Rubenstein ended up trying to hit a lob volley. Shot of last resort. Unless, of course, you're in the 50 and over. It's a necessity.
That's not the shot that Joe Smeaton was thinking about there. 30 all.
Nice return from Smeaton cross court. Well, if Madrell is going to cut off these returns, he just has to get into the net a step sooner.
First game, second set. Trier won the first 6-3.
That's a big serve. Pulled Rubenstein off the court, and Morgan's there for the volley to end it. That's the kind of things Barrington's looking to set up.
Conventional formation here.
Mistake.
No.
You don't want to set the ball up to Morgan. Rubenstein went to Morgan in a reflex situation, and ball came right back at him.
So Barrington holds. First game, second set. And here you look at Morgan putting it through.
Yeah.
So that's game one. Carl Morgan. And the team from New Trier. Once again, the boys tennis championships here at Hersey High School. Morgan and Madrell trail. 1 set to love. Took the first game, second set. Here's Adam Rubenstein for New Trier. Game 2. Temperatures in the 80s. Lots of sun. And Smeaton again going backwards on a volley.
Trying to hit that inside-out backhand volley. His racket was there. I don't think his eyes were.
Certainly his
It's
feet.
the top
were.
of the net. Here we go. Oh, well, kind of there.
About 15.
Okay. Madrell can't get over that forehand and sails it long.
This doubles team of Rubenstein and Smeaton have played together all season long. They've played tennis together for a long time. Both play up at Steve Wild's club in Libertyville, where Mark Bay, one of the fine coaches in the area, handles them, along with, of course, Tim Kaifish, the new coach here at New Trier. And Morgan hit that one in the green.
That was
Surprise
called
to
good.
Rubenstein, yeah.
They both thought it was going long. Ball went up in the air.
And that wind comes.
And the wind comes, and I think they thought the wind was going to carry it along, and a lot of topspin came right down the court.
Does go along with 30 all.
Yeah, just too flat. Madrell's practicing the topspin back there after the point's over.
Adam Rubenstein's sister Blair, two-time state doubles runner-up for the Trevians. We've seen a lot of her on these telecasts. Blair's here watching her kid brother. Obviously like that.
Adam Rubenstein getting into the net real quick right there. Morgan hit a return that was too high, and Madrell pays the price.
Whoop, there's that old net cord.
Luck of the net right there. Well, keeping the ball low is really important when you got players at the net. These guys are right on top of the net. Madrell catches the top of the net, hops between them. Morgan's hitting the ball really hard, but if you put that on a volleyer's racket, there's just not much chance to recover. Smacks his forehand. Smeaton just sticks his racket out and puts it past Madrell. No chance.
Game point, New Trier.
Incredible speed from Rubenstein picking up that drop shot, or whatever it was, miss hit. But Madrell's all over. Great hustle here. Madrell's right on top of it, no chance. Good anticipation by Madrell. He was waiting for that ball to come back.
Back to deuce.
Oh, double fault.
Third for Rubenstein. And the break point here for Barrington. Not even close with that one. So it's Barrington breaking out to a 2-love lead. First game, New Trier ran off the first 4.
All right, Rubenstein's beating himself up, see if he can shake this off.
Well, Madrell gave him a little break there.
Yep. Return from Rubenstein helped set that up, but Madrell's got to make those overheads.
Just wide on the backhand volley. What a return by
Big.
Smeaton.
Yeah, he really moved into that one and drilled it to Morgan's feet. Morgan tried to finesse it back, but it just went wide. Smacks this ball. Morgan touch. Just out. Caught the outside edge of the line right there. Good placement by Madrell.
Rat-a-tat volleys coming up.
Right, everybody trying to finesse it, and that thing just slid sideways after it hit the line. Oh, there you go. Set up to his forehand. I don't think that's the serve that Carl Morgan wanted.
Right down the middle on the return.
It's like Joe Smeaton's seen that one before.
And it doesn't matter if you're left-handed or right-handed, either one of you. Nobody's going to touch that.
Yeah.
Double breaker here.
Ball was bouncing before Morgan finished his follow-through.
Yeah. First serve. Well, we see Morgan has only one gear.
Oh, that's a great return from Rubenstein. Big serve, big return.
And you live and die by the fastball. And that time, Rubenstein just took it right back at him. That noise you hear is the wind whipping up around the tennis complex here at Hersey High School, site for many years of this boys' state tournament. The fans who've come out today are enjoying it. Some umbrellas in the stands, certainly not for rain. Here you look at both the teams. Morgan and Madrell, again, they are really playing team tennis in the purest form. As we told you, both these players teamed up only a few weeks ago. And a lot of the high school coaches have the strategy that this is a team sport, and you can either get so far as singles players or get further as doubles players, and that's what they did here. That's what CC did to get this team together for state, and it has certainly worked out.
And they've just gotten stronger as this tournament's gone on.
Smeaton to serve. And Morgan to answer.
Okay, Rubenstein moved a little early again. Caught with his weight on the wrong foot. Good return by Morgan. High forehand down the line. Here it is.
Love 15.
Whoa!
Just wide.
Oh, good kick. Gee, Smeaton. That ball flattened out on the court and went dead sideways. Drill had no chance. He was going toward the middle, and the ball went backwards. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. Where's that ball?
It's a dose of Jeff's own medicine.
Yep.
Team championship, this match, very important towards it. Glenbrook North, the team champion leader right now, but New Trier is a strong second. We won't have all the results until all the matches are completed. That includes the consolation draw.
Oh, nice pickup by Smeaton, and then a great volley, good anticipation. Morgan tried to flick it by him. Here's the return, nice low return, great response. Back in there, and then Smeaton puts the volley away. Great job, great job.
30-15.
There's that spin serve, not quite as much spin. They let it go, ball sailed long. Drell's having a lot of trouble figuring out this serve. Well, Smeaton's going to keep kicking it, but Drell's going to have to just move in closer, chip and charge. Big overhead from Rubenstein. Nice kick serve from Smeaton to set that up.
We are tied at 2 games all. Second set, New Trier won the first set, 6-3. So Adam Rubenstein just bisect the court with that shot.
That's a high kick serve. It's tough to bring that thing around into the alley, but and then the wind's behind Rubenstein. That thing sailed a little bit. Good kick serve from Madrell, though. Okay, now Australian in the ad, trying to cut off Smeaton's cross-court return. And that's out. Okay, that kick serve, a little movement at the net, looking at a different formation, throws off your concentration. Barrington's pulling out the stops here, looking for anything that'll get him a point.
It worked very well in yesterday's quarterfinal against top-seeded Geneva for Barrington. Morgan a miss hit.
Oh, a little bit of a confusion there. Morgan's got to call that ball. He almost knocked Madrell over. Ball was right on his racket. Laughing that one off, shaking their heads.
When you're up still 30-15, I guess you can do that.
Yeah. Okay, Australian again.
And again, Smeaton's backhand is wide.
Trying to force that shot. Good kick serve, though. It's pinching Smeaton and kind of forcing him. It's tough to hit that ball down the line, even though it's wide open. The lefty kick serve appears to go wide to the backhand, hits the court, and then kicks back into the body. It's the opposite of the right hand.
Drives you nuts.
Hits a flat serve there. Rubenstein's right on it. Just very predictable. I think he's got to stay with the kick here because that's what they're having trouble with. That's what New Trier's having trouble with.
I like the poise on Rubenstein, though.
Yeah. Just change gears immediately. And Morgan misses the volley. He's right there for it. Smeaton finally got a racket on one of those, kept it low. Morgan missed the volley.
And the game Barrington seemingly had in hand has gone to deuce.
Oh, there's that spin.
Morgan tees that one up.
Oh, great reaction from Rubenstein. There's that athletic ability we talked about before. Pretty simple thing a lot, but very effective in doubles.
Break point.
Way up in the air, overhead from Morgan. Oh, just out of his reach.
Second serve here.
And that's a good return from Smeaton, right at Madrell, coming in slow, dropped that racket head, and the volley sailed long.
And New Trier gets its second break of the set. And the Trevians go up 3-2. Again, New Trier looking for its 4th consecutive team championship. Glenbrook North looking for its first in a couple of decades.
81, I think, something like that.
And this match could pull New Trier very close, but we'll see. High school sports fans, don't forget, for the best full half hour of high school sports action anywhere, check out IHSA Sportsnet with Tom Waddles, Sundays, 11 a.m. right here on your home for the IHSA, Fox Sportsnet Chicago. Along with Corky Layton, I'm Mike Lederman, Jim Corno Jr., and our Fox Sportsnet Chicago crew in the truck. Kind of feel sorry for them where they have to stay in the truck all day today, but it makes up for those days of the rain and wind where they didn't get wet. So, Jim, take care of that crew. Here's Adam Rubenstein, who's trying to take care of business. His team up a set and a break. And gets the benefit of the net cord.
Ball hit the net, pulled Rubenstein off balance. Madrell had a wide open court, but didn't get his racket solid on the ball. Got to move the feet and look at the ball. Do the basics. Oh, that's a nice return from Madrell. Comes back with a real solid return. Rubenstein got caught, didn't get into the net quick enough.
A lot of conversation between the players. That's always good for doubles.
Communication is the key to good doubles. Got to keep talking to each other. See something, take advantage. Let your partner know that you're still there for him.
And the call.
Well, I think the New Trier team is disputing this call. This ball, from our vantage point, looked out.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll see it. Oh, that's clearly out. They missed, that ball was 4 inches out.
Yeah. Nice person right there.
Oh, well, the breaks of the game. Live and die by the line, judges.
Rubenstein now. Again, has to jump the barrier here at 15:30. Sharp play.
Strong. Big ground strokes from the New Trier team. A little too strong on the volley from Morgan. You would think that the net team would have an advantage here, but big forehand from Joe Smeaton sails along for Morgan.
30 all.
Okay. Fortuitous duck.
Well, I think Rubenstein meant to avoid the ball, but I don't think he meant to do it quite that way.
There he goes. The ball's coming right at his head. He ducks and the ball goes along.
Second serve coming here at game point for New Trier and Adam Rubenstein.
New Trier was put on the defense on the first shot there, did a great job just to get back in the point. And then Barrington ended it. Nice volley from Madrell. Smeaton a little short on that lob. Madrell ends it right there.
Good look at Jeff Madrell, the junior. His partner, Morgan, headed to UIC to play some tennis there next fall. And the ball is out. And this time, Morgan shaking his head in a bit of disbelief.
Well, this is the same line judge that they had the problem on the call before, so let's see what we see here. There's a nice lob, goes up in the air, and that was a little closer than the one before. Oh, fortunate let court for Madrell. Smeaton was all over that volley. That ball came back. It would have ended right there, but it popped the net, went over his racket.
Boy, that right side to us net court has really played a role in both the singles and the doubles today.
Incredible.
Back to deuce. Number 3.
Okay. Big forehand by Morgan, but in the net. Rubenstein's getting to the net quickly. Morgan's trying to get the ball down his feet. That's where the errors come. Yeah, that was out. Just a little late on the call. That same line judge. Okay, good topspin lob, but can't get it down quite in time. Boom, just past the line.
A lot of activity on that near court baseline. And it's 4-2. Trier, Morgan serving, trying to keep his team alive.
Ooh.
Smeaton had a sitter.
Yeah, he took his racket back to the back fence on that one. Ball's coming that hard, you don't need to swing. Trying to make a statement, I think.
There's your score. Smeaton and Rubenstein leading by a set and a break. Team from New Trier. Morgan.
Dominant. Anytime he puts the ball in the racket, he's ending the point. Boom. It's gone. Smeaton can't get there.
Live action here is Rubenstein. That's one.
Trying to force that ball at Madrell again. But in the net.
Morgan and Madrell, 7-3 going into the tournament as a doubles team.
There's a big serve from Morgan.
Splits the court.
And hustles off there.
Big ace for Morgan. He holds. Barrington still trails by a break. When we come back, here it is again. Woo.
Big serve.
Well, there's our broadcast position. High atop the courts here at Hersey High School. Corky Layton, Mike Lederman. As Joe Smeaton serves for New Trier. And a big answer from Carl Morgan from Barrington.
Yeah, if Smeaton's going to serve wide, Rubenstein's got to cover the alley. Morgan's just got too big a forehand for that.
A lot of strategy in this match. Of 15. Oh, big kick.
There's the kick serve again.
Wow.
I think Smeaton knows what works against Madrell. Madrell's been having trouble with this serve all day long, but this one is just out of the park. No way he can get his racket on that one.
Our crack statistician, Mike Fusen, here at Hersey High School. Second ace.
Oh, there's a nice return from Morgan.
Second ace.
Smeaton kicked that one up, but couldn't get in time for the volley. Dumped it in the net.
We appreciate Mike's help today up here in the Crow's Nest. 15:30. Madrell has moved another step back off the baseline.
Oh, yeah, he caught him off balance. Madrell moved better on that one, moved into the ball, kept it low. Rubenstein dumped the volley in the net. Not quite as much off balance as before. Rubenstein goes sideways instead of forward and dumps the ball in the net.
Double break point now for Barrington. Don't you want to take those kickers up? Be inside the baseline. It sure worked that time.
Yep.
Second serve coming here at double break point.
Well, Rubenstein was there for the volley, but tried a little too much angle. Put the ball in the net. Great return from Carl Morgan.
And the second break of the set for Barrington. So we are back even on serve. Jeff Madrell in a pressure spot here. Down a set, tied at 4.
Okay, good serve from Madrell. Got Rubenstein off balance. A little late on that backhand, sailed wide.
Serving to the end court, they go Australian again.
Nice low return from Joe Smeaton.
And our favorite net court position affects the play again.
Madrell can't quite get under it and sails it long. Move it into the net. Down his feet and out.
Back line, second serve coming.
That one's just out. The wind got under that lob a little bit. Rubenstein had a good idea. Both guys in close to the net, but the ball sailed long. Madrell was there to handle it, but the ball was long. Morgan puts his racket on the ball, point ends. That's just very tough. Smeaton goes for the cross-court return. Morgan with a better backhand volley. They're pumped.
Second serve here for Jeff Madrell, double game point.
That's long. Lynn takes it out. Again, Trier caught at the baseline that time. Barrington at the net. Not a position you want to be in a doubles match. Great hands from Barrington. Great exchange here. Rubenstein chips the lob, but sails long.
Well, Adam Rubenstein will try to stay on serve. As you look at the Barrington team with the assistant coach, who happens to be Carl Morgan's father, Jay, who's a pro over at the South Barrington Club, working with the two. And they have come back. Started out love 4, first set. Eventually lost the set 6-3, but service breaks galore. 4 here in the second set. And Barrington now, as we are on serve, Barrington 5-4 with Trier to serve. The freshman Adam Rubenstein. The Trier team, 18 wins, 2 defeats coming into the tournament. And as Rubenstein starts to serve, I guess there was a small disturbance in the crowd, so Sanford, the chair umpire, is for claims. Smeaton, problem with the volley.
Big return from Morgan. Smeaton, again, too much swing. Ball sails long. He was in the right place, just too much swing. Ball was just wide by Madrell. Good idea. Had Rubenstein looking at it, but the ball was wide.
Well, Chicago Sun-Times, the official newspaper of the IHSA State Championships. Remember to pick up your Chicago Sun-Times for complete coverage of all Illinois high school sports. 15 long.
Big return from Morgan down the alley. Thought Smeaton looking.
They're going to talk that one over because Smeaton didn't expect to serve there. And now Barrington, 2 points from evening up this match. Good look at Morgan. 15-30.
Madrell sails the forehand.
Don't know if he had a racket or a 9-iron on it.
Well, you try to figure out who to put in which court. You're looking for the person in the deuce court to give the person in the ad court the ad, but then you got to have somebody in the ad court that can close the points out.
True. Good night.
All right. Adam Rubenstein with a nice touch volley down the alley. Madrell got his racket on it, but there's the touch volley and the lob. Rubenstein's all over the overhead. forcehead on that overhead. The wind's moving that ball around up in the air. Lost his balance.
Deuce game. Smeaton got in front of the first one. He couldn't avoid the second. And it's set point for Barrington.
Yeah, not a fun place to be. Guy standing there with an open forehand, and you're about 4 feet away from him at the net. He reflects this one back, but here's Madrell, and he just unloads. No time to react.
Big spot for the freshman.
Smeaton sails the overhead long. Started to move and planted a little too early.
And we are tied at a set apiece. Well, third set coming up. New Trier won the first. Barrington has come back to win the second. We'll all have it decided in the third. Stay right with us on Fox Sports Net Chicago. As we get set to start the third set, New Trier winning the first 6-3. Barrington coming back 6-4 in the second. A look at some of the statistics. Well, first serve percentage pretty even. Unforced errors pretty even. Double faults, well, let's see. New Trier's got 6 compared to 3, but you would expect an even match to have even stats.
Okay, first serve from Morgan there. Rubenstein hits the return wide.
Carl Morgan for Barrington on the serve here in the Australian formation. And Rubenstein wide down the alley. 30 love.
Madrell with a quick volley there. Rubenstein can't quite get his racket on in time. He's set. Look back. Yeah. Rubenstein turned his head too soon.
That was wide.
It was wide. Just missed. Morgan all over that volley, but just wide.
Right in front of us. It's been a pretty critical corner in terms of calls for both teams today.
Amazing.
But that was clearly wide. 30-15.
Oh, that's a big serve from Carl Morgan. Huge. Smeaton couldn't get his racket around in time.
Big service winner for the senior.
Double fault.
First one in a while. Second one for Morgan. Right, Mike? Second double fault for Morgan. Okay.
Morgan, lots of energy. Going for the big one. A little bit off balance on that one. I think he left his feet a little early. That volley ball hung in the air. Dumped it in the net.
We are at deuce.
Ball sailed long. Smeaton had a thought of poaching, putting that one away, but let it go and it sailed. Nice return from Rubenstein. Nice low ball.
Break point for New Trier as Morgan finds himself in a hole after starting strong. Good look at the Australian formation here. And that was a double fault?
No.
Check it, single, first fault.
One for that big serve. Pin Smeaton inside, but ball's long.
Rubenstein.
Yeah, good quick feet from Adam Rubenstein. Morgan mishit the volley a little bit, and Rubenstein all over it down the alley.
A big, big game for New Trier on the break. There's Rubenstein pushing it down the alley. And, you know, you think after you have a lead and you lose the second set, the advantage is for the team that wins that second set. And a big, big start here for New Trier coming back on Morgan's serve.
Been a lot of breaks of serve during this match. This is a, you know, very close match. It could go either way at any point in time. And the momentum keeps going up and down on both sides.
5 breaks in the first set, 5 in the second. Here, first game is a breaker in the third.
But I think for a lot of these guys, their returns are stronger and more consistent than their serves. They're not getting in behind their serves, and they are getting in behind the returns. And so the server a lot of times is on the defensive right away. And that's been a crucial factor. Doesn't show up in the statistics.
Now here is Smeaton, who was broken the last time he served, as was Rubenstein, serving his first game of the third set. Smeaton has a very, very high toss, and again, that can be dicey as he looks into the sun, and the wind plays around the walls. As we're saying that, he double faults. 3 for up.
Yeah, on a windy day, you don't want to get that toss any farther away than you can reach right away.
First double fault for Smeaton.
Well, he's had a lot of success with that kick serve against Madrell. Let's see where he goes this time. Oh, another top of the net again. Kind of hard to tell whether that's been a plus or a minus today.
It certainly has been a factor.
Definitely a factor. Top of the net. Sweet can't get there in time.
Usually it's been on the right side. Love 30. Called a fault. Second serve coming here.
Okay, big kick serve from Smeaton. Morgan about 4 or 5 feet behind the baseline, dumps it in the net. Both teams aware of how important it is to keep the ball low so that the team at the net doesn't have a good shot at a volley.
Rubenstein right there.
Yeah, Smeaton again caught Madrell off balance on that serve. Ball set up to Rubenstein's backhand volley. Here's the kick. Madrell a little bit off balance again. Rubenstein quick to react, right past Morgan.
The sun has gone behind the clouds. We mentioned that because it takes a lot of the problem away from the sideline of Smeaton.
Rubenstein jumped on that forehand. Quick to react to that mishit return. Hit the overhead and was back on top of it right away with the forehand. Here's the forehand. Just tacks it.
Game point here.
Oh, that's a great shot from Carl Morgan. Madrell mishit the return a little bit, but got a lob out of it. Caught Rubenstein a little bit flat-footed, mishit the overhead. Morgan was right there to put it by him.
I'll show it to you here.
Barely gets to it. Morgan right by. Smeaton can't react in time.
Serve was long.
All right, nice first volley from Joe Smeaton. Morgan tried to rip that one down the alley, but it was a little low.
State championship on the line here. Teams tied a set apiece. Nutria serving to Barrington. Tom Hannes of Palatine, sophomore Pirate in the singles championship.
Goodbye. Nice big kick serve from Smeaton to Madrell's backhand, one of the first ones we've seen of those. Madrell pops up the overhead, and Rubenstein bounces the ball over the fence.
And Nutria keeps the edge. Up a break. Barrington serving leg 2.
Rubenstein broke a string on that return. Luckily, he didn't have to hit another ball.
Madrell serving here. And Rubenstein back with a fresh war club.
Well, 3 missed hits in the same point.
You know what that's called? Framer versus framer.
You've been waiting to throw that one.
I've been tossing and turning all night.
Yeah.
Thinking about that. Second serve let. Madrell will try it again. Well, that is well placed.
Madrell got in tight on the net that time. Did a great job of touch this volley right down the line. There he is inside the service line. Smeaton's in the middle. He's got to know to move over to cover that. Smeaton going for it all right there. Sailed that one long. 10 feet.
I think Morgan faked him too. He pretended to cross the net to go to poach and then pulled back. Oh boy.
Morgan told Madrell not to hit that one, and then it dropped in. It's all right. Communication's the big thing here, but every so often you make a mistake. This guy's got to bounce back. There's another miss hit.
Well, Smeaton having some problems here. Barrington gets on the board. Here's the last point.
Here's a nice kick serve from Madrell. Smeaton catches it on the frame and just sails. Pulling away from that ball a little too soon.
Well, it's been an entertaining and very relaxing day for many of the fans out here. And there is the score. There's the situation. Smeaton and Rubenstein from Nutria winning the first set. Morgan and Madrell the second from Barrington. And Nutria up a break here in the third set. Told you one player from each year here on court. There's the senior, Carl Morgan. His teammate, Jeff Madrell, is a junior. Sophomore is Smeaton, and the freshman is Rubenstein.
Rubenstein was broken in the last set 2 out of 3 times, and he was broken at the end of the set for Barrington to win it. See if that has any effect here. A big forehand from Carl Morgan, but in the net.
Rubenstein is not doing an awful lot with the serve. He's giving it some pace and getting it in.
Well, Smeaton was back. I mean, he got caught off guard when Morgan cut off that volley, but dumped his volley in the net. I think the big pressure here is that Rubenstein is getting in on the ball. Serving again.
Second serve coming here for Adam. Another double fault for Rubenstein. We've got him down for 4.
Well, there, Smeaton was alert that time. Good serve from Rubenstein. Cut off the middle. That's why he's in there. Smeaton puts the ball away. Smeaton's right there. Morgan can't get there in time.
This time it's Morgan's turn to hit the frame.
Rubenstein hit a nice low volley. Looked like Morgan was going for a topspin lob on that one, just more frame than strings. That's a great return by Jeff Madrell. Rubenstein didn't get in far enough, reached back for that backhand, couldn't pull it up.
And we are at deuce.
Nice deep, short serve. Madrell steps in. Rubenstein can't get it up.
Nailed it right at his feet. We're at deuce.
Oh,
Right on the line.
That one's in. Disadvantage is serving to the outside, besides the fact that it's Carl Morgan's forehand, is that you give him that angle. Boom. And more angle coming back and going forward.
Inside the white. Break point for Barrington. And they get it.
Oh. Smeaton goes for the volley, goes for a little bit too much, and the ball goes wide. He's there.
So an edge lost by New Trier. Barrington recaptures, and we are tied at 2. Here is Morgan to serve now as this match is flat even.
Morgan going for a little too much there. Kind of a touch down the line shot, sailed wide.
Match has certainly had its ebbs and flows, hasn't it? Where Morgan wanted to go, but just clipped the net cord. Smeaton again. Comes up too soon.
Yeah, Barrington on top of the net, and New Trier aware that the ball has to stay low. Smeaton just hit the ball too low. There's a great return by Rubenstein right at Morgan's feet. The disadvantage of the Australian formation, of course, is that the server's got a lot more area territory to cover where he's in position. Baseline overhead by Jeff Madrell.
Oh, my.
Tough shot, dead flat, no spin on that.
It's almost like a toss for a serve.
Well, he just unloads on this one. He's hit kick serves all day, but boy, he unloads on this overhead. He goes right by Adam Rubenstein.
Smeaton was coming in. Rubenstein hesitated, and he just got nailed.
In the air for that overhead. Shots like that really pump up a player.
Match getting down to the crucial moments now. Game point coming up here for Barrington to hold 3-2. Just what you said, Corky. Too much place to cover.
A little bit of a miss hit by Smeaton on that return, but Morgan just couldn't get over there in time. Morgan going for the wide. Rubenstein trying to force that ball to Madrell's side of the court because he knows Morgan's about ready to jump on anything that comes up above the net. Nice low ball by Madrell and Rubenstein in the net. Well, doubles is a combination of energy and execution. We've seen a lot of energy out here.
We are on serve, third set. We'll be back. Nice puffy clouds on a beautiful day here in Arlington Heights at Hersey High School. Mike Lederman, Corky Layton, Jim Corno Jr., our Fox Sportsnet Chicago crew in the trunk as we are third set. Smeaton serving for New Trier. We are on serve.
Nice overhead by Joe Smeaton. Set up by a wide serve. Morgan just barely got his racket on it and came up with a lob.
This is a young New Trier team. Sophomore serving, a freshman. It's the senior and a junior.
There's that kick serve again. Madrell's having trouble solving that.
They're also a highly rated team. One of the two number 1-2 seeds, the way the IHSA does the seeding. They have 2 teams rated 1-2 and 2 teams rated 3-4 and 4 teams rated 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's a big serve from Smeaton, takes it to 40 love. Barrington, a 5-8 seed, upsetting a number 1 team seed Geneva in the quarterfinals. Winning straight sets in the semis, and here they are against Hinsdale Central.
Smeaton swung at a bad toss that time. The ball really dropped. He tried to compensate.
Third double fault. Check it. Second.
This ball drops, goes way off to the side. He pulls his head down. Back in net. Oh, yeah.
Morgan flails wide.
Big serve from Smeaton there. Morgan couldn't run around it as much as he wanted to and missed it wide.
So New Trier holds. We are at 3. And that critical 7th game of the final set. Here we are. And Jeff Madrell to serve it.
Madrell going for a big kick on that second serve and sailed on him.
Third double fault for Jeff Madrell. We go Australian to the ad.
Well, there's a tough volley. That's why Morgan's over there. Smeaton put the ball in his racket. Morgan ended the point. Rubenstein just couldn't react in time. Madrell tried to force his volley down the alley, took his eye off the ball, looking at Smeaton. Now, it's interesting that Barrington is using this Australian formation, has never switched out of it. I mean, they basically stand right there, and server's got to cover the wide court.
With Madrell serving, they're using it when he serves to the ad. Morgan, they're using it both ways.
A little too much from Carl Morgan there.
And a double breaker.
Well, like you said, that all-important 7th game, you got to keep your focus. You can't make any loose errors. Got to know when the big points and the big games are.
They go conventional formations. Madrell serves 15-40. Second serve coming here.
Oh, and a miss hit.
Well, how big was that? Not the time.
No, never a good time, but that was pretty terrible.
The 9th double fault, the 6th double fault for Morgan Madrell. So Smeaton and Rubenstein have had more than their share. But that's certainly by far the most critical, giving New Trier the break at 4-3, 3rd set. There's the New Trier team.
Yeah, it's hard to point to any one thing in the statistics that would push this match in one direction or another, but a lot of it has to do with what the net man is doing when his partner is serving. If the guy that's serving is serving strong, the net man just has to make sure he makes the easy shots. If the server is not dominant, then the net man has to do a lot more. Talked a little bit about Adam Rubenstein. He's not dominating the Barrington team with his serve, which means that a lot of the pressure falls on the shoulders of Joe Smeaton.
And the first point won against Rubenstein's serve. High school sports fans, don't forget the best full half hour of high school sports action anywhere. Check out IHSA Sports Net with Tom Waddle. Sundays, 11 a.m. right here on your home for the IHSA, Fox Sports Chicago. It's Fox Sports Net Chicago, and we're at 15 all. Glad you're with us. Mike Liederman, Corky Layton, LEI, and LEI. Do you notice that?
Yep.
Nobody cares. Just they keep saying they spell it wrong.
Ball was long. Rubenstein celebrates the call.
Yeah. 30-15.
Go. Morgan's going for it. Just missed.
Back live.
And there's another one that sails long. Madrell going down the alley.
Very important for New Trier here to have Rubenstein hold serve. Similarly, Barrington wants to get to him, as they've done. Last time he served this set.
That's a big return from Carl Morgan. Right at Rubenstein's feet. Couldn't get it up. Ball off the frame, sailed long. That ball's on the roof. That's on the roof.
Yeah. And with it may have gone Barrington's chances. Rubenstein, who hadn't held serve his previous 2 service games, does so now, and his team is 1 game from a championship. So New Trier holding the break. Morgan. Now you see again the Australian formation, but they'll use it when he serves to both sides.
Morgan in quickly, but jammed a little bit on that forehand volley. Sails it long. There's a big serve from Morgan. Miss hit returned by Smeaton.
Good good look at Joe Smeaton.
Oh, good topspin.
It's there. What a beautiful shot by Rubenstein.
Madrell held up. He thought the ball was going to sail. That topspin brought it down in a hurry, though. Okay, here's Rubenstein, and this ball drops like a stone.
Look at that, between the service line and the pace line.
Up and down.
15-30.
Well, Smeaton undecided there. Watched Morgan hit the ball, didn't move in behind his shot.
Still a slippery slope here for Barrington. Trier 2 points from a victory, even if it is on Morgan serve. Now they're 1 point. Championship point here for New Trier. There's a good look.
Morgan
Paul Morgan. Serving to Smeaton. Nothing like a good let to break the tension.
Yeah.
Did they get it? Did they get it? It is called in. Linesperson has called it in, and that's the match. Carl Morgan can't believe it, but that's the call. Ball is good, and the match is over.
Amazing.
6-3, 4-6, 6-3. Your state champions from New Trier, the kids, the freshmen and the sophomore. Sure, they were seeded #1, but Smeaton and Rubenstein have done it. For first-year head coach Tim Kaifesh, replacing longtime coach John Schneider, and New Trier has done it again.
Big scramble here for the ball. Rubenstein in there. Topspin. Madrell thinks it's going out. No, it drops in.
That looks
Called
in.
good.
We'll be back with more from Hersey High. Well, there are the final statistics for the doubles championships. As you can expect, Corky, with such a tight match, tough to pick between them.
Yeah, very close all the way down the line. Lots of energy on both sides of the net. Some incredible returns hit during that match. 13 breaks of serve, but lots of action. A great match all the way through.
Joe Smeaton, Adam Rubenstein of New Trier, the winners. Let's show you our Pepsi point of the match, and it is championship point.
Here's Smeaton with the backhand. Madrell with the short volley. Rubenstein with the topspin backhand. And it's in. The freshman takes over, flicks it up over Madrell. And there it is.
A close call, but the call is good, and that means a championship for New Trier, our Pepsi play and point of the match. So, for Corky Layton, I'm Mike Lederman saying so long from Hersey High School here in Arlington Heights. Let's show you our singles champion, Tom Hannes of Palatine, 6-2, 6-3 winner over Connor Murnion.
Hannes came out surprisingly aggressive, but it paid off for him today.
And there are your doubles champs, Smeaton and Rubenstein of New Trier with that 3-set win.
Energy and execution right there.
And they're only sophomore and freshman. They should be back. The team winners, Glenbrook North, the Spartans, and Coach Greg Beckway. Congratulations, their first team title since 1981. You've been watching the 1999 IHSA Tennis Championships on Fox Sports Net Chicago and Intersport Television. For Corky Layton, I'm Mike Lederman. So long, everybody.